The atmosphere in Toronto was charged with tension as the Grand National Tour arrived at Rogers Centre on June 13, 2025. Kendrick Lamar, the prominent figure from Compton, was prepared to take the stage for the second consecutive sold-out night, with his ongoing rivalry with Drake still simmering. However, the real excitement came from an unexpected source. DJ Mustard, the West Coast producer who had transformed Kendrick's track, Not Like Us, into a massive hit. Mustard made waves by ordering fried rice and shrimp from New Ho King, a Toronto favorite that Kendrick had referenced in his diss track, turning a simple meal into a pointed message aimed at Drake. This incident reignited a hip-hop conflict, illustrating that the lines of battle extend beyond just music. Welcome to celebrity rap life, where the red carpets never roll up and the spotlight never fades. The rewards are legendary. Because in celebrity rap life, every downfall can become a comeback, and every headline tells a deeper story. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next. On that Friday night, Mustard's Instagram post was a clever blend of subtlety and shade. The photo featured a steaming plate of New Ho King's fried rice and shrimp, accompanied by a smirking emoji, and it landed like a bombshell in Drake's territory. It referenced Kendrick's line from Euphoria, "I'm at New Ho King eatin' fried rice with a dip sauce," a deliberate reminder of the diss that had already undermined Drake's narrative in 2024. For Mustard, known for producing West Coast hits like Rack City and I'm Different, this was more than just a meal, it was a statement. The time-stamped photo from Toronto highlighted his support for Kendrick during the Grand National Tour, which attracted 40,000 fans to Rogers Centre, all singing along to tracks like That, Euphoria, and the undeniable Not Like Us. The tension between Mustard and Drake had been building for months, rooted in themes of loyalty and betrayal. It escalated in May 2024 when Mustard produced Not Like Us, a song that combined a captivating beat with Kendrick's incisive lyrics, accusing Drake of cultural appropriation and personal misconduct. The track's success, dominating charts, winning Grammys, and featuring in Kendrick's Super Bowl performance, marked a significant cultural shift. Fans on X were taken aback by the turn of events. Mustard turning on Drake for Kendrick? That's a plot twist, one user remarked, garnering 9,000 likes. This move surprised many, especially considering Mustard's previous collaboration with Drake on YG's Who Do You Love? In 2014, which had connected their worlds. However, as Kendrick's feud with Drake intensified, Mustard found himself caught in the middle. The divide grew deeper with personal implications. In 2024, Drake followed Mustard's ex-wife on Instagram, a gesture perceived as a petty jab during their public divorce. The separation, which concluded with Mustard paying a $590,000 settlement, had already attracted tabloid attention, with stories detailing their custody disputes and financial issues. Drake's follow on social media, seen as a provocation, sparked Mustard's anger. In an interview with the Los Angeles Times in August 2024, Mustard was blunt. "Drake's a weird guy. I don't think I want to collaborate with him." He further ridiculed Drake online, calling him the Malcolm X of white people, a reference to Drake's mixed race, and accused Drake's team of undermining his album release. The tension escalated dramatically at Camp Flog Gnaw in November, where Mustard chose to play Like That instead of Drake's Crew Love, which drew cheers and laughter from the audience. Drake responded in kind, using Instagram Live to throw petty insults, referring to Mustard as Custaward, and sharing memes poking fun at his appearance. Reactions were mixed. Some fans found it funny, while others thought it was beneath Drake. One user on X commented, "Drake's roasting Mustard like it's a comedy special," which received 6,000 retweets. This public escalation marked a shift from quiet resentment to outright conflict, with Mustard's New Ho King post being the latest shot fired. The dish, a Toronto staple, became a symbol of Kendrick's success, especially after its mention in Euphoria, which Mustard now wielded as a weapon. The stakes were raised during the Grand National Tour stop in Toronto. Kendrick and Mustard's performance at Rogers Centre felt like a celebration, with the audience singing along to every diss track. The song Not Like Us alone received a nearly 5-minute ovation the night before, prompting buzz on X. Toronto cheering Kendrick over Drake? Wild, read one post, garnering 12,000 likes. Mustard, behind the turntables, fueled the excitement, his beats sending the arena into a frenzy. The New Ho King post, shared mid-tour, felt like a perfect touch to the moment, especially as Kendrick's setlist, featuring hits like Humble and DNA, underscored his dominance. Mustard's actions were not just personal, they reverberated through OVO's circle. His feud with Drake also involved Gordo, an OVO associate and fellow producer. The two DJs exchanged insults on social media, with Gordo questioning Mustard's production skills and Mustard firing back about Gordo's poor attendance and sales. One user on X mocked, "Gordo's mad he can't outshine Mustard's beats," which received 5,000 likes. The conflict turned into a proxy battle, with Gordo's loyalty to Drake clashing with Mustard's allegiance to Kendrick. Their online exchanges, filled with memes and sarcastic comments, became a spectacle that kept the drama alive. The new Ho King jab connected to a larger cultural narrative. The restaurant, a popular late-night spot near Drake's former hangouts, had been mentioned by Kendrick as a slight against Drake's Toronto background. Fans flocked there after concerts, turning it into a pilgrimage site. Photos of fried rice dishes with K. written in sauce-flooded X, with one caption stating, "New Ho King is Kendrick's victory lap," which received 8,000 retweets. The dish became a meme, symbolizing the feud's absurdity and intensity, as locals debated its flavor versus its reputation. "Better than the diss itself," a fan tweeted, sharing a short clip. Mustard's history with Drake added complexity to the situation. Their 2014 collaboration on Who Do You Love represented a connection between the West Coast and Toronto, combining Mustard's minimalist beats with Drake's melodic style. The song's success, which peaked at number 54 on the Hot 100, suggested a promising partnership. However, as Drake's career took off with albums like Views and Scorpion, Mustard's influence diminished, being replaced by in-house OVO producers such as Boy Wonder. This change left Mustard sidelined, a situation that Kendrick's feud capitalized on. A writer from Complex observed, "Mustard chose the winning side, analyzing the producer's strategic shift." Kendrick's shows in Toronto showcased his ability to exploit the feud. The setlist, filled with diss tracks, featured Meet the Grahams, where Kendrick made personal jabs, and Not Like Us, known for its catchy wop, 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 wop hook. The audience's reaction, singing along and holding signs like K.6 God, was a public dismissal of Drake. Mustard's presence intensified this, with his beats serving as a sonic challenge to OVO's dominance. The new Ho King post, released during the second night of the shows, felt like a celebration, with the producer enjoying his ally's success. Drake's silence during the tour added to the intrigue. After filing a defamation lawsuit against Universal Music Group regarding the streams of Not Like Us, he had been strategic, releasing 100 gigs for your head-toppin' nights with Party Next Door to stay relevant. However, Mustard's jab revealed a weakness: Drake's inability to respond to Kendrick's takeover in Toronto. Social media posts speculated, "Drake's letting Mustard and Kendrick run the 6ix9ine, one comment read, garnering 7,000 likes. Others defended him, saying, "He's plotting, not pouting," hinting at a rumored Iceman album. Mustard's personal stakes added to the drama. His highly publicized divorce had damaged his image, with tabloids scrutinizing his $590,000 settlement and custody battles. Drake's decision to follow him on Instagram was perceived as a slight, prompting Mustard to side with Kendrick. In an interview with the Los Angeles Times, Mustard expressed his frustration, claiming, "Drake's camp tried to block my shine," alleging they interfered with his upcoming album, Faith of a Mustard Seed. The new Ho King post served as retaliation, a public display that connected his personal grievances to Kendrick's success. The impact of the feud extended to both fans and artists. Toronto's hip-hop scene was alive with energy, as local DJs played Not Like Us in clubs, while OVO supporters responded with Nokia. Street ciphers buzzed with discussions about the diss tracks, and one user on X shared a freestyle over Euphoria, which garnered 4,000 retweets. Mustard's digs at Gordo sparked side bets among fans on who would release the next diss track. The rivalry evolved into a cultural phenomenon, intertwining music, personal conflicts, and local pride. Mustard's new Ho King order was more than just a meal, it was a bold statement. It drew inspiration from Kendrick's lyrical prowess, transforming a Toronto landmark into a symbolic battleground. The dish's straightforward ingredients, fried rice and shrimp, contrasted with the intricacies of the feud, making it ideal for memes. One fan tweeted, "Mustard ate Drake's lunch," alongside a picture of the dish, which received 6,000 likes. This highlighted Mustard's role as Kendrick's musical architect, a producer who had turned a beat into a movement. As the grand national tour continued, the jab remained relevant. Kendrick's nights in Toronto, filled with applause and sold-out crowds, reinforced his dominance, while Mustard's post kept the rivalry alive. The anticipation for Drake's next move, whether it would be a diss or a new album, hung in the air. For the moment, Toronto belonged to Kendrick, and Mustard's fried rice symbolized his claim, a culinary victory that resonated well beyond the music scene. This story is far from over, and the truth is still unfolding. I want to hear what you think. Drop your take in the comments. And if you don't want to miss the next twist, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next.